Look, in the People's Republic of Victoria, there's been a minor reprieve from the energy madness, with the Allan Labor government softening its earlier ban on gas appliances in the home. Existing homes can still use gas for heating and cooking, but if replacing a hot water system after 2027, it will have to be electric, not gas. And all new homes and all new commercial buildings are still supposed to be electric, even though Labor's looming all-renewables power system is likely to be both expensive and unreliable. To get to its 95% target of renewable energy within a decade, Labor wants 7% of Victoria's landmass to be covered by an additional 1,000 wind turbines and a further 5.2 million solar panels, plus hundreds and hundreds of kilometres of new transmission lines. And to get around the growing resistance of farmers and rural communities to these transmission lines cutting across their land and making much of it worthless, Labor's slipped legislation into the Parliament last week that, if passed, could hit landowners with fines worth tens of thousands of dollars if they refuse to put transmission lines on their private property. Yes, their private property. According to the new National Electricity Victoria Amendment, Vic Grid Stage 2 Reform Bill, it reads that authorised officers, accompanied by officers of electricity corporations, will be able to enter private land without owner or occupier consent. And the fines will hit farmers who resist, but they'll also be hit with fines if they take down any signs from power companies, or if they even refuse to identify themselves to these authorised officers, even if they're standing in their own paddocks. Now, the Victorian Liberals have rightly said this stinks, but they have not said they'll oppose the legislation. They have not said, if elected next year, if they will repeal it.
I mean, what the government's doing is draconian. I mean, they are taking away people's rights. They're fining you if you don't like it and if you speak out. And by the way, if you speak out, they're not going to listen to you. The only way we can stop this stuff is to change the government.
That's the Victorian Shadow Treasurer there, and sure, I agree with everything you just said, but nowhere in that interview with Steve Price on Friday night did he say what he and the Liberals would do. So today I went back to the opposition and I asked the Victorian Liberals for a clear position. Well, this is the rubbish that has come back to me tonight. They've called these laws draconian, which they are. They say it's taking a huge new stick to beat local communities, which it is, but nowhere do they say what they will do. They couldn't even tell me that they will oppose them in the Parliament, let alone what they might do if they're elected in November next year. Now, that is not good enough. It is beyond time for the Liberals to get off the bloody fence.